Andrew. Today I'm going to be teaching you two different words, okay, that I'm learning in TEE. The first word is called contradiction. The second word is called condensation, okay? So I'm going to have you read two passages, and this will illustrate what contradiction means, okay? So we are going to be reading from Matthew 8:28 and Mark 5:1, and we are going to be looking at the demon possessed men. Okay, the numbers of the demon possessed men. So I want you to read Matthew 8:28.
When Jesus arrived to the other side of the lake in the region of Gadarene, two men who were possessed by demons met him. They came out of the tombs and were so violent no one could go through the area.
Okay, stop there. How many demon men came out?
Two.
Two. Okay, can you write two on there? Okay, and now I want you to look at Mark 5:1.
Oh,
Can you read that?
Oh,
that's okay.
So they arrived at the other side of the lake in the region of the Gerasenes. When Jesus came out of the tombs, to meet him. A man possessed by an evil spirit came out of the tombs to meet him.
Okay. How many men came out to meet him?
Two.
No, read it again.
They arrived to the other side of the lake, of the region of Gerasenes. When Jesus climbed out of the boat, a man possessed by an evil spirit came out of the tombs to meet him.
One. So do you see this? This is like the same story. This is the same story. Jesus and his disciples, they were sailing to the region of Gadarenes, and look, in Matthew he said two. In Mark, he said one. That is what they call contradiction, okay? It's the same story, but different accounts. Do you understand what contradiction means?
Similar.
Huh?
Like similar.
Similar, but what?
But different.
But different. So contradiction is the same story, but different accounts. Matthew says there's two, but Mark says there's only one demon-possessed man. And that is contradiction, okay? Let's move on to condensation. Condensation means like when you put words together, right? Do not. When you put those two together, it's what? Don't.
Don't.
They kind of submerge together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Condensation. So you condense things down, right? You condense, you submerge things down. I want you to look at Goldilocks and Three Bears, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know the story of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Okay. So when you retell the story of the Three Bears, you might focus on the Three Bears and Goldilocks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when Caitlin tells the story, she might just want to focus on Baby Bear and Goldilocks, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of like how Mark and Matthew is doing. Matthew is focusing on the two demon-possessed men, and Mark is actually just focused on one. Mm-hmm. There's one, there were actually two, but Mark just wants to focus on one. And that's why he said a demon, even though there was two. Mm-hmm. Okay? So, condensation means zooming in on a particular important event. While Matthew focused on two, Mark focuses on one. Mm-hmm. He just zooms in on one. Right? Just like you focusing on the Three Bears, Caitlin just focuses on Baby Bear. Mm-hmm. So, do you know what condensation is?
Yep.
What is it?
Condensation is like focusing on one thing, even if there's like two.
Yes.
But it's the same thing.
The same thing. Okay. So, I want you to go back and explain to me what contradiction is. Can I erase this and you can tell me what contradiction means?
Contradiction is like, even if there's two people, wait, which one are we talking about?
We're going to talk about contradiction first. Can I turn this around and you can tell the camera what contradiction is?
Wait, so you look at that?
Okay, contradiction.
So, it's like two.
It's like two?
It's like, even if it's one, it's like they focus on, since Mark focuses on one, there's actually two.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And what else?
And it's the same thing, but different.
Yes, it's the same. it's the same thing but different accounts, right?
Yeah.
Condensation. Can you tell me what condensation is?
Condensation is like it's the whole thing, but they're focusing on one of the thing.
Yes, they're focusing on one. And who is the one that's focusing on one of the things?
So Matthew says there's two, but Mark is focusing on one of the demons.
Yes, but in reality, how many
Two.
how many men were possessed?
Two.
Right. So, what is the definition for condensation then?
And that for if there's two, you could also someone focuses on one.
You're focusing on one.
Uh-huh.
That's right. And in contradiction, what is
it's the same thing but different.
Different accounts,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
All right, Andrew. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.